Hi, welcome to betsafe.com. This is the Premier League preview week 33. My name's Alan McInally, Sky Sports Soccer Saturday pundit, and with me as ever, Paul Dickov, ex-Manchester City and Arsenal. We're going to bring you our best bets for the weekend coming. Of course, that means our trebles, and you will be given boosted industry prices on BetSafe here with the best prices and, of course, with our best information looking forward to this weekend's Premier League. Week 33 now, our trebles, we've been doing, we hit the crossbar at the weekend to be fair, but we've been going pretty good, 5 or 6 in a row. So hopefully that sportsbook wallet will look pretty good on Monday morning. Spurs against Bournemouth, I'm going to start with that one. We haven't gone for Spurs, obviously they're very short. 2-7 Spurs, the draw 11-2, Bournemouth as high as 11-1, but Spurs were absolutely sensational against Watford.
You done the game.
I did.
Actually, I thought Watford started fairly well. They defended well, but once Spurs got the first goal, they were just a different team altogether. You know?
They made a few changes incidentally, and we're going to get to that. Watford play Swansea at home, and a couple of weeks ago, Watford at home won their match, and they were very good. And I just wonder whether he was thinking, Mazzari, about this game coming up.
That was Spurs 11. Winning the bounce at home, so before the game, he's looking, no doubt about it, he's looking ahead to the Swansea game, because that's a really huge game.
They were so good, by the way.
They were, that shows you how good they were. When Kieran Trippier got man of the match.
He's my man. I've been telling everybody about Kieran Trippier for the last 3 years.
Yeah, well, Kieran was a young kid at Man City when I was there first time round,
course,
and before he went to Burnley, we were amazed that the club let him go.
He's a Manchester boy?
Manchester boy, Manchester City fan as well.
Well, in that case, I think they should break the bank and bring him back to Manchester City.
He would fit into the team now, but he was outstanding. And Dele Alli again, he's just 20 years old. He's going to be a superstar if he's not already.
Absolutely. 2-7 I've already given you. I think Spurs, if they play like that, there is absolutely no chance Bournemouth can stick with them. And I suppose Bournemouth, we'll get to it again off the Chelsea. I mean, Spurs have won the game against Watford, and all of a sudden Chelsea are in a little bit of a catch-up and went to Bournemouth, and they didn't really put much of a fight.
No, they didn't. The Chelsea are just too good, though.
They're getting over the line, the Chelsea,
they're finding a way how to win games, even when they're not at their best. Defensively, we all know they're sound, and the players they've got going forward. It was a tough ask, with Bournemouth a couple of weeks ago. You look at the fixtures and you would have worried for them a little bit. It was Liverpool, Chelsea, and now away to Spurs.
Yeah, correct, absolutely. Last season it was 3-0 and 5-1 to Spurs, to be fair, so if you think Spurs can score more than 3.5 goals, which is very, very likely in this kind of form, 21-10, that's a big bet on BetSafe. Spurs to score more than 3.5 goals, 21-10. Go to betsafe.com for Dele Alli to score any time. We've got the best prices here on BetSafe. Okay, my first one, Palace against Leicester. Now I've gone for Palace, which you're probably not going to be happy about. Home advantage I think is a big thing. They were good against Everton. I mean, they went behind and then took the lead. They
were, but the main reason I would probably go for Palace in this one is, Leicester got a huge Champions League game against Madrid as well. Craig Shakespeare made changes last week in the Everton game, and they looked defensively like they were at the start of the season, and they're conceding a lot of goals. And I just wonder if he's looked at the Madrid game. In that game following that, I could see Palace winning, and maybe a few changes for Leicester again as well.
Absolutely. Palace even money. I just think it's a game that Palace will need to win just to make sure, and I think it's one that Sam Allardyce will think, if we win this, I think we're safe. Leicester 31-10, the draw is 12-5. Now Leicester have won the last 3 meetings of this fixture, but I just think Palace at home, even money on BetSafe, is a very, very big price indeed. So the first one in my treble will be Palace. Everton against Burnley is the first one for you. You've gone for Everton. They're short, but only 4-9.
Yeah, but just their home form. Lukaku's on fire. I thought Ross Barkley was fantastic again. Morales going forward looks as if he's got a little bit of pace back in him, because he looked a bit lethargic earlier on.
Well, talk me through him, because I'm watching him against Leicester. I'm thinking, where have you been?
I know. Well, all season really. He showed glimpses of it before, but he's been in and out the team. But I thought he was excellent. Yeah, and going forward, Burnley's away record. We keep wanting them to get that one away win, but I think Everton will just be way too strong.
Everton 4-9, very, very heavy odds-on favourites. Draw 72, Burnley a big price, 23-2. If you think they can manage somehow to turn over Everton, I must admit, I would doubt that very much. The home team to score 2.5 goals, 8-5. It could be a little double. Everton to win the game, and 8-5 if you think that Everton, having just scored 4 at home again, will score more than 2.5 goals. If you think Lukaku can score at any time, remember, Lukaku. Have a Lukaku at betsafe.com for Lukaku to score the first goal. Stoke against Hull. This is another one for you, and you've gone for Stoke, who are... I didn't watch all the game against Liverpool. What were they like?
The first half played really well, and then obviously Klopp's looked at it and seen that Liverpool were really struggling and
made the change, didn't he?
Made the changes, brought Firmino and Coutinho on, and they went on and won the game. But up until the first goal, Stoke looked quite comfortable against Liverpool. McInally's pulled off an unbelievable save to stop it going 2-0. But the main reason I went for Hull is just their away form. Again,
but it's a big thing, certainly even at this time of the season, when the pressure is just building on the bottom 4 or 5, 6 teams.
Yeah, it is, and look, they're 2 points, point or two above the relegation zone. They need to start picking up points, but they're 5 points away from home all season. And they're going to be relying on their home form to keep them up.
Stoke 19-20, so they are the shades of odds on. The draw 12-5, Hull 13-4. If you think the home team can win by 1 goal, 12-5. Half-time draw, full-time Stoke 18-5. Wow. That might be a way to go. Certainly maybe Stoke starting maybe slower in the game, Hull defensively hoping to get a point, and then Stoke can maybe wear them down. 18-5, half-time full-time Stoke at, half-time draw, Stoke at full-time. Sunderland, West Ham, and you've gone for West Ham. Poor Sunderland,
I know.
They're
our banker every week.
We've just battered them constantly, haven't we, really?
I know, but I just think West Ham's win against Swansea last week was huge.
Massive.
And you could tell the relief in Slaven Bilic's face at the end of it.
Do you really think would they have genuinely been on the case of thinking, now we're going to get rid of him if we don't win the game?
I don't think
it's
they would have done it after
because
the
they've won the game.
It is, but I think if they hadn't have won it, it would have been under. I know they want to stick by him. He's a West Ham ex-player and West Ham guy, but it would have been difficult for them, and you could tell the players' reaction and Slaven's reaction at final whistle that it was such a big result for them. And watching Sunderland at the weekend, I know they got down to 10 men, which I thought was a ridiculous decision.
Well, I think yellow card would have sufficed.
Yeah, and Larsson's, he's going to be a big miss for them. I know they're going to appeal it, but he's going to be a huge miss for them going towards the end of the season.
Absolutely.
And one thing that really surprised me when Sunderland played Man United at the weekend was the crowd. Usually when the big boys go to Sunderland, there's not an empty seat in the house.
Nope.
There was empty seats everywhere, and it wasn't the usual Black Cats crowd getting behind them, and it looks to me, not so much the players, but I think the crowd's given up a bit as well.
Okay, Sunderland 73 goes over. It's a big price that as well if you think Sunderland could manage somehow to win a home game. Draw 12-5, West Ham 5-4. Odds against West Ham. Surely if West Ham are going to stay in the division, they've got to put Sunderland to the sword. If you think West Ham's going to win by maybe just the 1 goal, 14-5, and West Ham 1-0, 8-1. I don't think there'll be a lot of goals in this. It might be tight, but I do think Paul's going in the right direction, having West Ham. So your treble is Everton, Stoke, and West Ham. It's about 11-2 your treble, which is pretty good because you'd like a 29-1 there.
I was getting a wee bit far ahead of myself on
Everton, Stoke, West Ham, all to win at 11-2. Southampton against Manchester City.
Well, I'm going to go Man City, mate, aren't I?
But I mean, do we give Southampton any chance?
Yeah, I do. I think on their day they're a really good team, and they've got players that.
And that's the problem. On their day, there haven't been enough on their day apart from maybe the cup run that they had.
Yeah, and I watched City albeit against Hull, and some of the football they played again was just sensational. Slightly surprised when putting Bravo back in net. Whether that was to give Caballero a rest or give Bravo a little boost, or because it was playing Hull, they wanted to change it around. I found it a bit of a strange one. But Sterling, your mate.
But I think he's been fantastic.
It was unbelievable at the weekend.
I think that's why they look even more. I mean, I'm just having a look there. 39-10, almost 41 Southampton, 31-10 the draw. City odds on 5-7. I've got City to win by more than 2 goals, 74. And if you think Aguero can score at any time, of course you know where to go, betsafe.com.
He's been brilliant, by the way. Aguero, he's saying I'm going to say he's gone under the radar a little bit, doesn't it? He's got 28 goals.
Incredible, isn't it?
He's been injured and he's been left out of the team, and he's got 28 goals this season.
Mind you, if you go to betsafe.com for Aguero to score at any time, he's probably going to be odds on for the simple reason of what Paul's exactly told you. But City to win by more than 2 goals, 74, I think it's a huge price. Because they just simply look as though will probably score 4 every time we play.
Yeah, whoever they're playing against, you could see City scoring 2 goals.
And defensively, Southampton have not been great, Paul.
No, they've not, and you know Van Dijk's been a huge miss for them.
Absolutely.
Font left in the summer, and
absolutely.
You know, if they play the way they did against Hull going forward on Saturday, they could really score. Well, I would go more than 2 goals on that one.
Absolutely. Certainly, they are odds on. City 5 to 7 odds on. I do think they will win the game and keep the pressure on the teams at the top. Okay, mine now. West Brom against Liverpool. I've gone for Liverpool only because they went to Stoke and won. West Brom, I think, have properly chucked it now. I mean, I know that Tony Pulis will be at pains to tell everybody we're still at it. I don't think that's the case at all.
I just think that, look, you can see Liverpool going there and winning, especially the way they played the second half against Stoke.
Yeah.
But just with it being Liverpool and one of the big boys going to West Brom and the way Tony sets his teams up, you know, it'd be a difficult game for Liverpool. But if you look at it on paper, squad for squad, player for player, you'd expect Liverpool to win comfortably.
Do you know another reason why I've put them in? Out with the price incidentally. West Brom 17 to 5, the draw 5 to 2, Liverpool 12 to 13. So they're shades of odds on, but they're almost even money on BetSafe, which is pretty good. I think it will suit the likes of Matip, Clavin, and Lovren to have that bit more of an aerial battle for set pieces. I think they'll cope with it better than maybe some of the other teams.
The majority of the teams, and that's where West Brom have got of how they've won a lot of their games at home, especially. But you know, McInally, I think he's been fantastic considering the stick he's took.
Klopp came out and really backed him the other day because he made 2 fantastic saves.
Unbelievable saves they were. But these are the sort of games that Liverpool have tripped up on. You know, you look at their record against the top 6 compared to the record against the bottom half of the table, and you know, it's a huge game because it was a huge result against Stoke, but the top 4 is getting that tight now. The Champions League places, you know, and more or less every game for Liverpool, for United, for City, not so much Tottenham because I think they're home and dry now, and Arsenal. It's a must win if they want to get in the Champions League. I'm
kind of putting pressure on my bet to a certain extent on my treble because I agree with you totally. But Liverpool must look at this and think West Brom surely there for the taking because not that they've chucked it, but after the result against Stoke, if they can win at Stoke, they can win at West Brom.
Absolutely, and they'll look at the other, and we're going to go on to the Man United in a minute. You know, City's got a tough game down at Southampton. Man United playing Chelsea, so they'll look at this game as a real chance for them to push up into the top 4.
Through them again, 17 to 5 West Brom, the draw 5 to 2, Liverpool 12 to 13. If you think Liverpool will win by 1 goal only, 5 to 2. Liverpool to score more than 2.5 goals, wouldn't be surprised, 11 to 4. So have we done mine? Palace, Watford, have we got to Watford? I don't think we've got to Watford yet, we've done them. Palace, Watford and Liverpool, 9 to 1 my treble. So Palace, Watford and Liverpool, 9 to 1. There's some big games in here, but big games that I expect those 3 teams to win. Just mention them there. I nearly put Chelsea in here, by the way. Manchester United against Chelsea.
What a game that's going to be.
What a game it's going to be, incidentally.
Well, Jose against Chelsea as well. United's home forms, I know they're still on this ridiculously unbeaten run.
Were you tempted to put them in the doubles and trebles?
I looked at Chelsea, I did. I just think that the Old Trafford crowd at the minute are really, really nervy. They're wanting United to push on to teams, and that'll play into Chelsea's hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and they've had too many draws at home. You know, I think 19, 20 games unbeaten, 9 draws at home is not good enough. You know, and I think Chelsea on the break with Hazard, who's been fantastic, obviously Costa, Pedro, who at the start of the season I wouldn't have put him in Chelsea's team, but he's been brilliant as well. And then Kante in the middle of the park, you know, I think they'll be too strong for Man United.
I was even watching Chelsea the weekend, who did enough. I know Man United won at a canter, but Ibrahimovic, without his goals in the team, I don't even know where Man United would be without him in the team. But he plays them on Saturday again after being out suspended, takes it in, his movement's really quick, everybody's giving, he's old now, his movement was brilliant, and he's bulleted one in the corner. And all of a sudden, the whole of, I would imagine Mourinho just went, thank goodness I've got him.
And his teammates.
Absolutely.
As well, because up until that point, funnily enough, in the Sunderland game, he hadn't touched the ball, really, and hadn't done anything.
No, you're right, buddy.
But that's what world-class players do, isn't it? You know, and he's carried Man United all season.
United 8 to 5 odds against. The draw is 21 to 10, and Chelsea are 19 to 10. It's a big price for Chelsea. That was one of the reasons why probably you and I both looked at them. It's going to be tight. United to win by 1 goal, 3 to 1, and United to win 2-1, 7 to 1. It will be tight. But if Chelsea will get any thoughts about this championship, they'll be thinking we can go there and we can turn them
United
over.
got a huge game in Europe as well. You know, and Mourinho's came out and Anderlecht away.
Anderlecht away.
And he only came out after the weekend and said that they have to. Europa League is so important to them now. You know, so
absolutely.
Depending on what team he picks as well.
It's going to be a big one. Chelsea Chelsea 19 to 10, United 8 to 5. Borough against Arsenal. Arsenal can't afford possibly to lose this, surely.
No, well, we just said about Liverpool at West Brom, you know, City down at Southampton. To have any hope at all of getting in the top 4, that's the games they've got to win. Personally, I think Borough are down. I think the bottom 3 as it is.
Have you been disappointed? When we started, I mean, what we're on Premier League preview on BetSafe, week 33, and I genuinely thought Middlesbrough would be safe because defensively they seem to have been pretty rock solid.
Yeah, I did.
Scoring goals is a problem, wee man, but you know, when you're not conceding, you can nick games 1-0, etc. But they haven't done that.
We spoke about it a lot at the start of the season, and you know, I for one was a big Karanka fan. You know, I've seen him work. We've spent time in his company, and he's a really, really intelligent guy, and tactically really, really good. And I just thought, like you're bang on saying, that defensively they're so solid. Yeah. But to see them getting dragged down there now, and obviously Karanka's gone, they don't look like scoring. They're conceding goals left, right and centre. And I think they're goners. I really do.
Gutted for Steve Gibson. He's put a lot of money in that club and it's dear to his heart, but it might just not be enough for them. Borough 29 to 5. You're almost getting 6s for Borough. 17 to 5 the draw. Odds on Arsenal 1 to 2. Would you really take Arsenal odds on at any time? I don't really know, even against Borough. If you think Arsenal might just nick it by 1 goal, 12 to 5. Okay, one more time then. Paul's treble, Everton, Stoke and West Ham, around 11 to 2, you might even get 6s. And my treble is Palace, Watford and Liverpool, all to win at 9 to 1. Good luck with all those bets at the weekend. Good luck to Leicester City as well in the Champions League. That was Premier League Preview 33 here on BetSafe with myself, Alan McInally and Paul Dickov. Good luck with all your bets at the weekend.